Hey guys, this is Cadma here from Bitten Apple TV in conjunction with the kid from the radio. We are here at Garden State Comic Fest. Ready to battle, ready to interview. Let's go. Hey guys, this is Cadma here from Bitten Apple TV in conjunction with the Came from the Radio. We're here at Garden State Comic Fest. Now, of course, being as curious as I am, I see Iron Horse. Now, it's an industrial fantasy from what I'm understanding, but we need to learn a little bit more about this book. It's very eye-catching. So, Gavin, tell our viewers here a little bit more about this book.
Well, Iron Horse is about a giant medieval city, like about the size of Manhattan or something similar, and it's transitioning into the industrial period, and the guilds that control that city, some are waning in power, and others are growing in power, and that puts them into conflict with each other and their new place of things, because nobody likes being obsolete, so, you know.
It doesn't sound so medieval. It sounds like our times right now. So I'm a little curious about the protagonist you have here in front of Iron Horse. Now, what's his deal? Like, what is he doing?
Well, he is a member of the Thieves Guild, and he wants to go about life, you know, just plying his trade, stealing stuff, which is what he likes to do. But then he stumbles across the fact that his guild's old arch rivals, the Assassins, are trying to do something. They're trying to modernize. They're trying to get actual black powder weapons. And that could upset the balance very easily in their favor. They might try something against the thieves. So he, you know, with good intentions, he intervenes and kind of makes a mess of things. And he endangers the actual city itself, which is a very big problem, because without the city, nobody survives without the city. So it becomes a struggle between the guilds and what that means to the city itself, and how that could all be resolved without destroying everything.
That's a hard job to do, and I think all of us can relate to that. So I'm a little curious about this lovely tribal-looking, badass-looking woman. Tell me a little bit more about her.
So she is our main star of the series Blackout, which takes place in Iron Horse. It actually takes place underneath Iron Horse. So before I was talking about members of the guilds, and if you're too much of a delinquent to get along with the guilds, you get cast down into an old mine system, natural cave system, and the people down there actually form these little tribes and fight for survival of any resources that left, like, you know, the food and fire and all that good stuff. And this lady, Sive, she runs one of these tribes, the biggest one down there, and she has to lead them against, finding all the resources that they need against other tribes. And one thing that she does is that she always accepts new people in, which is kind of a strain because her tribe gets bigger and bigger, but that means you need more and more food, more and more resources. But she won't turn anybody away, which other tribes will be like, oh, we have enough people, we don't want any more mouths to feed. So her struggle is to keep her humanity and to protect everybody while still feeding everybody, and something like that.
That's a New York City life with someone who has like 8 kids. Like, that's beautiful, and I love the aspect of like when you're wanting to help everyone, you're pulling everyone together, but then you see that there's a struggle when you're really trying to take care of a large group of people. So judging from what I'm looking at, you have like this sort of steampunk kind of like feel to it. What was your motivation for particularly picking the medieval time, the industrial period, and then sort of adding that steampunk essence to it?
I think the very first grain that it all sprung from is that I wanted something where I could have different levels of technology. Like, I could have people sword fighting, and that's okay, and I could also have people shooting each other with guns, and that's okay. And then from there, I was like, well, how can I make that work? How can I have my cake and eat it too? It's like, well, if it's medieval moving into the industrial period, it's like, boom, right there. Right there is when I could have it all.
Oh, that's perfect. Now, I'm just curious. Now, you've obviously been doing this for a bit.
I don't even know.
So what I want to know is, what sort of descriptions, maybe someone ran up to your table and could describe your book when they looked at it. What's the best description that you've heard about your book so far?
That's an interesting point. What do other people say about my book? Well, one time there's a little kid ran up to me and he said, "Oh, your main character looks like the guy from Assassin's Creed plus Batman." And it was like, "Thank you, little kid." Like that's, yeah.
That is the best compliment I could possibly think of. Like, yeah, I'm that hardcore.
Yeah, it's like, wow, I must be doing something right if that's what this kid is thinking of. You know, something popular and good. It's like, yeah, it was humbling.
Oh, that's incredible. Now, for those who are watching, they're like, I want to read a little bit more about it. They love the steampunk world. They're like, I want to watch this transition from medieval into industrial. They want to see the sword fights and then the gun fights at the same time. Where can they find you?
We're available in all local shops in North Jersey. Funny Books, Eastside Mags, Time Warp. Around there. If the people know what I'm talking about with those shops, they know the area. Of course, it's also available online at sofcomics.com. We have digital versions of everything. You could order it. You could order print versions. You can do whatever you want.
Make sure you guys check it out. Go to sofcomics.com, get yourself a copy, and dive into a whole other world that you've never seen before, but yet relatable to the common world of now. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye. Victory. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed the show, enjoyed the interviews, and getting to know our local comic books. There's so much that we can do. Don't get me wrong, we all love Marvel, we all love DC, but I want to find more. I want to find more. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to give me a clicking the thumbs up, as well as clicking the button down there to subscribe. Just do it right now. I mean, the button is blinking, it's winking at you. It's like, baby, you want more. And you do. Bye.